Hey, welcome back to another video. Don't click off, hear me out. I got something to say. I want to talk about admitting for the first time that you might have a problem with a substance, drugs, alcohol, could be anything, gambling, overeating, sugar. My name's Lena Ann Rose, and I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I started making these videos in hopes that I can just save one person. So, over the last couple of days, I've been thinking about when I first in my heart knew that I had a problem and I said it out loud. I was very emotional when I said that I'm an alcoholic, I'm an addict, and I'm powerless over my addiction. It was empowering. I felt empowered, but at the same time, I felt defeated because after I admitted it, I thought to myself, what next? And for some reason, that feeling that I felt when I first admitted that I was powerless and I admitted it out loud, the feeling that I had, I chased that feeling. I tried to get that feeling again in every step, in every day that I was trying to stay clean and sober. I wanted to feel that over and over and over again. The feeling of being power, the feeling of power of admitting it and feeling defeated at the same time. And thinking about that over the last couple of days is I don't really understand, why. So when I was in AA, every step I went through the 12 steps, I chased that feeling of wanting to feel that first feeling that I felt on the first step, admitting it. And when you can admit it and you put work into trying to stay, sober, hang on. Hang on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. What I've learned in over the 3 years is that it's not about me and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. It's about the people around me. Because when I was using, I affected my impact with people around me was affected negatively. So now, in this time around, because honestly, I think I've mentioned that I like this is my fifth time, but honestly, I don't know. I just know it's more than three that I've tried to get sober. But this time around, it's showing consistency to the people around me and not voicing it. It's just a consistency every single day, making the right choices. I don't brag about it. I don't toot my horn. I don't run around telling everybody that I'm in recovery. I don't tell everybody that I'm an alcoholic. I don't tell anybody that I hey, I didn't drink today, my close circle, I don't do that. I just get up every day and I try to do the best that I can, and I seek out knowledge, and I don't go to meetings anymore. I don't do that. But I seek out knowledge. I read books, I watch videos. I have my sober app that has a lot of good readings in that, just to keep me grounded, just to remind me I don't go a day without not um, reading or trying to seek out support in trying to stay sober. This time around, I didn't struggle like my other times. Um, the first time the very, very first time I detoxed off alcohol, I was in my 30s, and I actually lied to the counselor about my drinking habits. I just told her, I don't drink that much. I just got a DUI. That's why I'm here. I'm here because of the courts or whatever. But it was a Friday. I believe it was a Friday or so. I can't remember, but I know it was going to be a couple of days before I actually had to ramp up my AA meetings and my NA meetings, and actually have to ramp up and go to the recovery center, Lakeside Milam in Auburn, Washington. But I spent 2 days not being able to sleep in my bed, and I can't really describe what I was going through. It was just, I felt trembly. I felt sick. I sweat. You know, um, I couldn't lay in my bed. I just felt like my body was running 100 miles an hour. I just didn't know how to be comfortable with myself. And I just couldn't be comfortable in my own skin. And it wasn't probably until 4 months into my treatment when I opened up to my counselor and I told her that, and she was upset, because I wasn't fully honest with her, and it could have been, she said it could have been dangerous for me. Um, so, if you are, thinking about, getting sober and getting clean, um, just make sure you seek medical help if you can. And I know a lot of hospitals, they have like, detox centers and stuff like that that can help you out. At least I'm pretty sure they do. I know people that's went to, because I'm here in the Pacific Northwest. I know people that's went to hospitals and told them that they wanted to detox, and they sent them to um the right place to be monitored, or I think they give you medicine and you could be sent home if you have somebody help watch you while you detox. But yeah, but just admitting, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an addict, and I'm powerless over my addiction. And saying that, it makes me emotional. It does. When I first got my really big DUI, And I was going to meetings, and I stayed sober for several years. My dream was to take the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous and go down to my old stomping grounds and walk the streets and try to talk to fellow alcoholics and addicts and try to get them into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, I really wanted to do that, and I wanted to try to just save everybody when I first got my first time around getting clean and sober. And it took me a lot of courage to um, start this video channel, this channel, and I really I didn't know what to really name it. And, you know, so I just named it my sober journey. And one day I just came to realize that, this could be part of what you wanted to do many, many years ago. But, when I first got clean and sober, we didn't have social media like this. So now I'm doing it. And I'm not here to get rich or anything like that. And like I've said in my other videos, if I can just reach one person, if I could just make them make it, make them, not make them, but help them make a decision to maybe look into, do they have an alcohol problem, or are they addicted? And in this day and age, there's so much stuff out there now. The fentanyl and the Xanax, and or all that. The I mean, if my younger self was in this day and age, I don't think I would be here making videos. Excuse me. I don't think I would be here making videos. And I want to get, more personal with my channel, but my only fear is um like somebody at my work finding it or something like that. But I just have to get more comfortable because I've been on my own since I was 13, and I've came a long ways. It's just like, what my what the top of my channel says, from the streets to manufacturing. And from that whole time, I've just been using and drinking and drugging and off and on my whole life. And I've been through a lot of trauma and a lot of stuff in my life, and I really just didn't want to feel it anymore. I didn't want to remember it anymore. And even in my first time getting sober, I guess there's this thing called sobriety blackouts, where your memory starts flooding in, and some of the memories are pretty tragic, and the trauma. And that happened to me twice, where the memory flooded in, where I lost memory while I'm remembering that trauma. And it is a thing. It is a thing. And the only reason why, after going through that, the only reason why I didn't use is because I was under the courts. And if I would have went back, and if I would have used, or um had a dirty piss test or anything like that, um there was consequences for that. Because, I got a pretty good deal back then. They would give you a 2-year deferred and a 5-year probationary license, and the 2 years is 2 years of treatment, um, at a treatment facility, and then you have to do your court ordered appointed um, meetings. I don't know if they still do that, but that's what started the whole thing. But I want to try to articulate my channel and not uh, romanticizing my days that I used. I just want to I want to give hope to somebody that's trying not to. And, I don't get much comments on my video. I mean, if somebody asked me a question, I know that I could answer it because I have been all over the spectrum of lifestyles, in and out of poverty, you know, from the age of 13. And I just want to be able to help somebody. And now I'm repeating myself, but the basis of this channel, I mean this video, is to the first step is to undeniably and honestly, if you feel that you have a problem with drugs and alcohol, is to say it out loud, and preferably to somebody that you can trust and that you love and that you know that'll support you. Me, I did it around other fellow alcoholics and addicts. I was at a meeting, and I don't know if it was like my first sponsor, but we were just, going through the big book and reading through it, and um, I just kept looking at the first step, and they asked me, "Do you think you have a problem?" And when you're first getting clean and sober, you're real emotional. Your emotions are all over the place. And I even made an excuse saying, I'm still, emotional coming off of, drugs and alcohol. I haven't normalized yet. My emotions haven't normalized, but just remembering that feeling that I felt when I said it. It was empowering, but at the same time I felt defeated. But it came from inside my heart. I meant it, and my journey began. I'm in my 60s, and that was 30 something years ago. And I've been in and out of I've just been in and out. I have long stretches, and then I go back in, and when I go back, and it seems like each time I went back in, it gets deeper and deeper. I mean, I it gets worse and worse. Um I mean, my last time I went out, I went back and experienced with weed, with marijuana. And boy, is that stuff strong nowadays. It's not like it was when I was younger. That weed was crazy. But I drank really hard. I was not joking around this time around. I was just really drinking hard. And I heard a voice one day. It just said, if you don't stop, you're going to die. And I kind of felt like it, because the older you get, if you're older and you're drinking, your body is just, when as you age, everything just slows down. Your digestive system, everything just slows down. And I was just poisoning myself with alcohol. Every weekend, if I wasn't working, I was drinking. Every day after work, I would get everything in order and come up to my room and just drink. Tried to regulate my how much drinking I did by just buying a little shot glass. I thought that would help. Mention that in a video. I don't want all my videos to sound the same. But I'm working on more content because I'm genuine about what I'm doing, and I just don't want to make a video just to be making a video to get content out. I'm making this videos because I care about you. I care about us. And I want us, we all, to get through this because, man, I'm telling you, the longer you're sober, the better things are. You start making new plans. You start, just developing new ways to entertain yourself. You're more you're more present. People want to interact with you more. You know, I want to leave a good impression. I want to leave this world knowing that I made a difference in my daughter's life. Another video, but now that my mother and I's relationship is somewhat repaired, because she spent many, many years worried about me. Many years. She's a prayer warrior. Many years. You know, I want my mom, if her card gets pulled before mine, I, I, I want her to be able to, go home knowing that I'm okay. I don't want my grandbaby to see what my daughter saw when they were young. And when I genuinely interact with people, it's genuine, it's not phony. When I'm out and about, I'm delivering groceries, I'm going to the store, you know, with the exception of work because work's not going well. But I keep my distance from people that aren't for me. But, just in general with strangers and talking and delivering groceries, or, if somebody looks at me, I smile. I'm more aware, I'm more alert with my surroundings. And, don't say that, okay, I'm not going to drink for 30 days. Don't do that. I mean, what worked for me, I'm not going to drink for today. October 26th of 2022, I took all my booze out of my room. I said, yeah, 3, 4, yeah. October 26th of 20, October 26th of 2022, I said when I got home, because I was in Ocean Shores, I said that when I got home, I'm going to I'm going to go clean my room out, because that's the only where I had my booze. Because at this point I was hiding it and, drinking behind closed doors. And I just walked up to my room and, one of those garbage bags that you put leaves in, It was half full of empty bottles and bottles that still had alcohol in them. And I threw them in the garbage can. And I turned around and I walked away, and man, mm, my first week was touch and go, but every day I would get up and I would tell myself, even if I had to look in the mirror, you're not going to drink today, Lena. You're not. Don't drink today. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. You got this. Go to work. If I wasn't working, go for a walk. And honestly, my granddaughter, I went and got her a lot. I spent a lot of time with my granddaughter because, that's one little girl I didn't want to drink around anymore. I had to get the trust back from my older daughter. I would see her looking at me. I don't know if you notice that, how, loved ones will look at you, like, kind of give you that look, like they want to see if you're drinking. My daughter looked at me like that a few times. And I would look at her and go, "It's okay. I'm fine." She'd go, "Okay." But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just say about, because I've been thinking about it a couple days, what I want to talk about, and that just came to mind, and it kind of blew me away when I remembered it. I am powerless over drugs and alcohol. My life has become unmanageable. And the feeling that I felt when I just surrendered, that's the word I want to use. I just surrendered and I said it. So I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys that. And I'm play this video back and see if I introduced myself. And if I didn't, hi, I'm Lena Ann Rose. Welcome to my sober journey. Okay? And until then, I love you. You got this. Stay sober. See you later. Bye.